Welcome back. It's time to talk about pin light. Now, this is a really interesting blend mode. It's not very commonly used. Basically, it takes 50% gray, like right there in the middle, makes that invisible, and anything lighter than that gets the lighten blend mode, and anything darker gets the darken blend mode. Now, if you remember, both the lighten and the darken blend mode don't actually do any blending. It just bases the visibility on whether it's a lighter pixel or a darker pixel. So pin light can be pretty useful for artistic types of compositing. So let's go ahead and jump into Photoshop and show you our example. So we're in section 18 for pin light, and we've got both of our images here. Let's go ahead and open them up. All right, and we're just gonna pop this picture of some ferns directly over top. Now, anytime I am doing these kind of like artistic, double exposure type of things, I usually look for two images that are, relatively similar. Like we have a person outside, some trees and some forest and hills and stuff. And then we have a picture of some ferns, which are also, maybe could be found in that environment. Okay, well, let's go ahead and take our ferns and we'll pop that down to pin light. So we can see interesting effect. Basically, if these ferns are darker than the underlying layer, you're going to see that they do show up. Now here, where the underlying layer is darker, they're not showing up, so it's going to be completely invisible. So in this case, basically just darkening is happening. Now, let's go ahead and double click on our background layer, hit OK, and I'm going to put this on the top. Now we're going to change our underlying layer back to normal, and now we're going to change the top layer from normal down to pin light. And now we're going to see we get an interesting lightening effect. So the top layer, where it's lighter, we're getting a lighting effect, and here where it's not, we're getting an interesting darkening effect. So we're getting both the lighten and the darken effect are happening at the exact same time. So you get these really super interesting transitions when you're working with pin light. So while this may not be your go-to blending mode every single time, it can give you some really interesting transitions between light and dark that the other modes just won't do. Next, we're going to talk about hard mix, which is an extreme blending mode. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you in the next video. Bye, everyone.